All right, what's good, ladies and gents? Welcome to the MKO Pugilism Boxing channel where we talk all things boxing. Remember to like, to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification to get made aware whenever we make new videos. And of course, leave your thoughts, leave your comments below about these videos, what we discuss, the topics and everything. So first of all, just going to speak to you about a bit of Conor McGregor news. I've been reading, there's been about at least 3 or 4 articles on Conor McGregor lately regarding his coming back into boxing. And as we all know, he is a very good MMA fighter, very good sort of UFC fighter. I don't think he's the top of the top, but he is good. He's probably, if not the wealthiest to ever come out of the UFC. He's got to be one of them, second or third or whatever. But yeah, he's one of these guys. He's made a fortune out of the MMA, UFC world. He's made a fortune when he came into boxing, got beaten, stopped by Floyd Mayweather in the 10th round. Quite impressive that he made it to the 10th round, but I suppose Mayweather's a bit of a counter puncher, so he's not the type of guy that goes on the attack all the time. So good for him. He made at least 100 million or so. So now it looks like he's hungry to come back into professional boxing. He has talked last year about trying to win a world title in professional boxing, and now the latest I've heard is that Mauricio Suleiman, WBC president, who is always there's always a lot of controversy with him, with the boxing side of things and all that, so it doesn't surprise me. But he said that recently, if Conor McGregor can beat a ranked contender, somebody in the top 10, that he can get a WBC title shot. And as we know, sometimes with these rankings, they can be a bit messed up. They can be a bit funny, and you wonder how people get rankings and things like this. So this would not surprise me. Great opportunity for the WBC to make money off of or to create yet another title. So according to the president, Mauricio Suleiman, if McGregor can beat somebody in the rankings, somebody legitimate, maybe top 10 or whatever, then he can indeed get a title shot. Now this is a crazy one for boxing fans. I'm sure boxing fans ain't going to be impressed by this, but I suppose from the WBC's perspective, they're going to be all about the dollar, all about making money. And for McGregor, fighting for their world title is a money spinner. It is a money maker. It would be a circus of a fight, whoever he fought, but there again, it's a money spinner. And also, I've been reading from the management team of Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor that apparently, I just check here on the laptop here, that Pacquiao versus McGregor boxing match is inevitable, according to the guy that manages both of them. I think he's from the Middle East. Let's see if we've got his name. His name is Mr. Attar. His name, Mr. Audi Attar. Audi spelled exactly like the car manufacturer, and Attar. I believe this guy is an Arabic guy. He's from the Middle East, and he said he believes that the 42-year-old Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor, a fight between them, he believes it's inevitable. He believes it's most definitely going to take place. I'm not too sure how Manny Pacquiao feels about it. I think Pacquiao has seemed interested over the past couple of years. He's 42 years old now. I think it's one of those where, again, it would be again a bit of a circus, because a guy like McGregor, his best days are in the cage. His best environment for having a fight is in a cage. This is boxing, and it's not even amateur boxing, where he would stand no chance in amateur boxing either. But this is professional boxing over several rounds. This fight would be a 12-rounder if it were to happen. So very, very dangerous environment for Conor McGregor, and I think it would be kind of a silly matchup, but at the same time, it would be probably an entertaining build-up. Conor McGregor doing his tricks, walking around like he's the main man, walking around like he can really box, and he'd be talking himself up and bringing excitement to the build-up, bringing fans in, because he's one of those guys that he's like a cult figure. He's one of those guys that everybody seems to love. Even myself, I don't really watch the mixed martial arts stuff. I've got tremendous respect for those guys, but I don't watch it. But even I, as a pure boxing fan, I know who he is, and I quite enjoy his antics and the comedy things he done, and how he was trying to mug off Floyd Mayweather. That was funny. And how he's mugged off reporters in the past in press conferences, and he's take over the whole press conference, putting his feet on the tables. He's a guy that kind of reminds me of when I used to watch WWE as a kid, you know, the wrestlers who'd come in the crowd and beat people. He's that sort of animated, excitable character who brings a lot of excitement and brings eyes on the sport. So it's one of them that if the manager's right, Mr. Audi Attar, if he's correct, then and the fight happens, all that's gonna happen, yeah, there'll be this build up and this circus act and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, he'll just get battered by Manny Pacquiao and paid very well for it. He doesn't, for me, he doesn't stand any chance at all against a guy like Pacquiao. Pacquiao's just too sharp, too quick. Even though he's 42, so he's not facing a prime Manny Pacquiao, but Manny Pacquiao still has those hands. I think the only thing with Pacquiao, I don't think obviously the feet have sort of slowed down with Manny Pacquiao, but apart from the feet, the hands are still lightning quick, and he's just too skillful, too good for a guy like Conor McGregor, who's had nothing. He's had no experience in the boxing ring. So it's a fight that really shouldn't even be sanctioned. But because McGregor's a superstar in his own right, it could well be. If this guy is talking the truth, then who knows? It could well happen. I don't know 100% whether Pacquiao's really on it, but I suppose if someone flashes $100 million in your face or whatever to fight in somewhere, I don't know where, somewhere like Dubai or these places where they're just made of money, then perhaps Pacquiao might entertain it. But I think as a fight, it's just a bit of a joke. But as a money spinner, both men will be paid so many millions that I suppose you almost can't turn it down. So again, that's just my little thoughts on that one. According to the manager of Pacquiao and McGregor, it's an inevitable fight. And according to the WBC president, Mauricio Suleiman, Conor McGregor can actually get a ranking with the WBC by beating somebody. Now, that's something that I kind of doubt happens, but you never know. With boxing, you never know these days. You've got YouTubers doing exhibitions. You've got the old boys coming back to boxing. So who knows? Maybe you might be able to fight a stiff and beat him. You know, I don't know. But if the Manny Pacquiao fight goes ahead, he definitely gets washed. He gets battered and he gets stopped, because he won't be able to defend himself against Pacquiao. Just get peppered all night. So anyway, that's just a few of my thoughts on that, and let me know what you think in the comment section below about what we've been discussing here. Do you think it's going to happen, Pacquiao, McGregor? Do you think the manager's just gassing it, just talking rubbish? And what do you think about the WBC offering to rank McGregor if he beats someone? Quite interesting times we live in. And until next time, this is MKO Pugilism, over and out. I'll catch you on the next one.